Tier 2 Showtime!
And they're off in a straight time.
Fernando, which way to go, left or right?
It's all eyes on the Ferrari. Style has done the impossible. This is the move. This is the moment.
And that capture on the podium.
But it's this man who comes home victorious. It's Red Bull. Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to another week of Moose Racing League action. My name is Punjew, and I am so excited to be joining you guys here tonight for a great race here around the historic, storied, beautiful, dangerous, deadly, and wild track of Imola. Let's go have a lot of fun here tonight for some Moose Racing League. It is obviously a great round we've got here tonight for you guys. We're getting near the end of the season as we literally only have 2 rounds left. This is the penultimate round, and it's going to be a absolute heater because this championship is as good as it possibly could get. I'm so excited to be joining you guys here tonight. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Real fast, I'm going to try to figure out exactly what the heck's going on because it looks like I'm a little bit slow. My, what's it called? My stream seems to be running a little bit slow for you guys. So let me see if I can make this thing run a little bit better for you guys. In the meantime, I hope you guys are ready for some absolutely insane action here tonight. It's going to be an absolute wild fight. I expect us to have nothing but textbook level, battles and championship level type dives and stuff like that all night long. Let me give this thing a little give one more second, guys. I'm going to go ahead and put us right back on that start screen. See if I can figure out what the heck's going on with this. Give me 1 second. The amount of technical difficulties that are going on tonight is hilarious. Hello, everybody. Looks like we're mostly good to go. We're having slight technical difficulties here and there, but no worries. Technical difficulties are only the sign of effort. Anyways, really nice segue for us to go talk about all the effort that all these drivers are going to be given here tonight on this historic track of Imola. It's got 19 corners across 3.050 miles. Who cares about those non-freedom units? Kilometers with only 1 DRS zone, which makes pretty good passing. But of course, that just means non-traditional passing zones all the way throughout this track. A really good one is going to be the chicane at turn 14-15. Of course, on your way down to Aqua Minerale, if you are an absolute insane person, and plenty of other spots for people to make some moves. I'm really excited to see that go down. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good day, everybody. Hello, happy time zones. Hope you guys are all doing great. Let's go have a lot of fun here tonight at some with some Roots Racing League action. It's gonna be a good one here tonight, of course. Tier 1 always gives us the jams. It always gives us all the parties. Let's go jump over and jump right into qualifying because it looks like qualifying has already started. We are a little bit underway, and Badunk stops the count. Badunk is in the lead. I can't believe I'm saying that, but you know what? Congratulations to him. He is currently sitting provisional pole. And will this last forever? Who knows? But we do know is that he's there right now. And he's just kidding. There goes ADF. It's done. I was celebrating with him for just a second. And ADF has went ahead and ruined it, but that's okay. ADF, great lap right there with a 1:14.776. I expect us to see much faster lap times tonight, though. We are going to see some absolute screamers. We're ready to see some 13s, maybe even better. Who freaking knows? We'll take a look at one of these guys who's already out there on track right now. It's our good friend, Mr. Cookie. Oh my gosh, there's no way. Dude, this is incredible. The amount of hilarious technical difficulties that are going on tonight is just unlike anything else. This is so good. Hold on 1 second, I have an idea. I have my 2 tricks to make this thing fix. I think I know why it's doing what it's doing. Second. There we are. We're gonna have a good night tonight. We do have a couple people out there on inters who I don't really know why Mateo's put himself on inters for a second. Estenba and Eruption should have known better not to go do that as well. All these drivers that are gonna be using non-traditional tires obviously didn't read the rules and how it goes. You cannot do your out lap, in lap, whatever it is, on your volley van on a non-traditional set of tires. It's pretty well written, but it's amazing that literally all of them did it. That's hilarious. Andy right there goes ahead and sets the fastest time of the day so far at 14.460. We are dealing with quite a few drivers with some qualifying bans here tonight. So that's going to make a really big difference when it comes to the qualifying situation. Of course, we've got obviously Esteban, Eruption, Tachubi, all running qualifying bans. So we'll see what they can do. Good thing Tachubi, though, for not running the wet tire, a wet compound for that. He knows how to follow the rules. Giants fan out there, going to go ahead and set that on lap. See what he's got right here. He's coming up through my favorite corner, Aqua Minerale. I like to call it Dasani. We're having light little bits of stutters and lags here tonight. The amount of technical difficulties is just unbelievable today. It's not just on that side. It looks like it's kind of everywhere. So we're going to be seeing a little bits of that here and there. The weird game client issue that I've been having since earlier today, actually. So if you see little stutters like that, don't worry. I know they're happening. Nothing I can quite do about it quite yet, but that's all right. Cloud, though, coming off an insane week last week. Let's go ahead and take a look at his last race. His last race was absolutely bonkers. Look at this result from Cloud. Obviously going and winning the thing, but he does it in style after starting in 5th and also grabs himself driver of the day. This is super crucial for him to maintain some hope in that championship because look at these Tier 1 standings. They are tight as could get. He moves up another position. He's at 106 points. Only 128 is what Esteban has after having a great race as well last week and taking the lead of the championship. So everyone, of course, having a no points race last week, really going to hurt him because he wasn't here. But you know what he can do when he comes back. We all know Mr. Lyric right there, sitting in 4th right now. He can always go and throw down an absolute heater of a time and go put down a great race. Supply after those sitting in 3rd, holding station. Cloud, as we mentioned, is in 4th. Eruption is now down to 5th, unfortunately. And then after that, we got Zyros in 6th, Arcadia in 7th, ADF in 8th. Giant, oh my gosh, there's no way. You know, it's Cookie in 9th, and Tachubi obviously runs our top 10. Giants fan, no way. Mr. Mercedes guy, he's a little further down, unfortunately. Go down in 16th, having a bit of a rough season back. But you know what? Nothing that a good race tonight couldn't fix. It could obviously cure his bad season woes. Speaking of woes, though, those who are in the woes chairs right now are Sauber, Aston Martin, and Williams, obviously down at the bottom of the current combined standings grid. Racing Bulls is just leading the charge again, just staying super strong up top there. In 1st, Red Bull had a great week last week at 106 points, their first triple-digit week of the season, and it's the only team that's not Racing Bulls to get a triple-digit weekend. So congrats to Red Bull for a great weekend last week. They did usurp Alpine and Mercedes in that one. Mercedes actually dropping 2 after about as deplorably bad of a race weekend as it could get with only 14 points cumulative across all teams. That's crazy. It's a rough one. And then, of course, Ferrari and McLaren having a little bit of a swappies. We love seeing those two fight. It's always great. You know, it's a nice little historic battle. And then Haas right there sitting in 7th. Overall, most of the teams kind of holding station, staying pretty standard where they're at. There goes MV1 at that 14-0. We will not see a 12, obviously. We might see a 13 that I want. I really want to see one. I mean, the 14-7 for a banker from ADF is really strong. So watch to him to set a really good lap time as well. But, of course, take a look at our friends Supply Raptor, Mateo, and Cloud. Let's see what Supply Raptor's got right here. He's coming over the final chicane. Very anti-alta, if I recall correctly. I'm one of those guys that does not know any of the track names or the coordinates. So, yeah, I could not tell you what they all mean. Oh, bit of a wiggle there and gets himself an off track. Unfortunately, he's probably going to run right into the pits right here. No, he doesn't. Yeah, Williams with no win. Exactly. Isn't that crazy, Pete? Tough. I mean, obviously it shows in the standings, right? With sitting there in 8th. Unfortunately, not a single win on the board. Haas only has 1. Albert has 1, of course, and Aston Martin has 2. But look at that. 6 wins from the V-Carb team at the top. Total podiums is just so nuts. 6, 5, and 4 when it comes to P1s, P2s, P3s, respectively. 15 podiums as a team. It's a lot of podiuming, man. They find themselves on that final end of the race cutscene quite often, wearing those V-Carb overalls. It's really impressive season they've been having. And obviously, you know, they can only hope their dominance continues as the rest of the season goes on. Let's go ahead and take a look at Cloud. He's right now just doing a little bit of a charge lap. Looks like an out lap. Ready to go after. There goes Cookie with a 13.7. I said I wanted a 13. There it is. Cody Miller, what's going on? There is a good one right there to take a look at. 13.7. Rapid from Cookie. Cookie obviously has been a championship contender here in Tier 1. He is one that can go and win it, as we all know. But he's had a bit of a rough season so far this season. Just hasn't really been his best luck, and of course hasn't been as present as he usually is. So maybe he can go and improve even more and get himself a 13.5 or better. Here comes Cloud, though. Let's take a look at him. Follow along with him as he goes down his lap right here. Coming down the DRS straight on his way into the very first chicane, turn 1, 2, and then, of course, respective turn 3. Cuts way over the curb on the right side. Very good. Uses the exit on the outside there, and then uses all that entry curb. Exactly what he needed. Let's see how he handles his next chicane, which I can never remember the name of it. Ooh, huge turn, and that's incredible how he can turn the car so quickly and just get it to grip and do exactly what he wants in such a high-demand sector. Coming out of turn number 8, if I recall correctly, all the way up into Ravanza, I think that one is called, and then down his way into Dasani Corner, very Aqua Minerale. I call it Dasani Corner. Gets a little bit on the curb on the outside there. He obviously needs to use that, but stakes down into 4 so he doesn't get any sort of wheel spin as the car's unsettled coming over final chicane. Look at the speed that he has in and out of that chicane. This is looking rather quick. And remember, this is his first lap. He'll have another chance to get one more on the board, assuming he gets a hustle on his way back to the pits. But if his hustle is anything like this lap time, it's going to be more than fast to get back to the pits. Here he comes, coming across the line. What does he get for his very first lap time here of the night? It's a 13.928. Second place as of right now, provisionally. Only get better. Oh, gosh, it's C. Miller. Hi, friend. Hello. Oh, my gosh. Yep. Sorry. Everything is dying tonight, so if you see stutters and breaks, I don't know if you guys are seeing it lag. I'm seeing it just like die right now. That happens. Very sad. I died. You killed me so bad. Oh, there goes FB1 with a 13.462, even faster. I knew it could go. I knew they could go. And it's only gonna get quicker. Captain, that'd be something to ask your team principal. We are down to only 15 drivers tonight, though. It's a very lean grid, for sure. A lot less than usual. We'll see. Let's see what we can do. This is going to be very interesting. Only person yet to set a time is Supplier After Giants fan and Chazzy. Remember, Badunk had that time set at the very beginning of the session. Wasn't good enough for a provisional poll for when he was the only one who set time, and there he goes wide. Ever since then, you know, he hasn't had any sort of chance to catch back up. So he's just 9th, goes into the pits. He's going to see if he can get one more lap out of these things. If he can go in there, quickly change tires, and get back out. Oh, no, Miner. Uh-oh. There's something to ask. I'd say probably ask Mod, just in case. I'm not going to say yes or no on that, but I'd say ask Mod. Usually if your team principal is not there, then unfortunately they're forfeiting the position, sadly. Going around, getting ready to start a lap. He's trying to spend Scott. He has yet to set a valid lap. This will be his one only shot, though. He's not going to have enough time to get through this lap, come back around, go into the pits, and run it all again. So his one shot qualifying starts here today in Giants fan, having massive lag spikes, what's looking like. Oh, huge oversteer turn 1, and it's going to be invalid instantly. Giants fan will start from at least, at best, 11th, at worst, 12th. As Chadzibot has a chance to out-qualify him right now. Supply Raptor not going to let himself have a no qualifying run. He's going to go through it in a lap time right here. It's not going to be the most competitive lap time. I think he's going to feel like he had a little bit more in there. The 13.5, just so freaking kidding. It's a second place. How Supply Raptor with a one-shot qualifying effect. He throws himself down at a 13.549. He will not have a shot to get back around and put another lap down, but it is a very good lap time for himself. And he will be sitting right now in second on his one and only qualifying run. That's crazy. No, Pete, I agree as well, but we just want to make sure we follow protocol. I'm all for filling the grid, right? I just want to make sure I follow protocol. So while I'm commentating, I'm usually not going to be making those decisions. No, you're good, I'm a fan of it in the end. I just want to make sure that I don't cross the lines and do anything improperly as opposed to the proper order of how to get stuff done. Looks like Giants fan, by the way, is actually charging up for the lap, so he will have a shot still. At least put down a lap. He needs to just take it chill and just do better than that 14.9. And of course, the sun is blinding us to his brilliance. Giants fan, our league's most winningest driver. What can he do here tonight in qualifying? Goes over turns 1, 2, and 3 actually really well. Look at the stark difference from his first qualifying attempt. It's like a totally different driver has gotten into that silver arrow, and he is absolutely blasting down this track. 19 corners are looking like nothing to him. Those 3 miles, ooh, just kidding. Gets a little bit of a snap oversteer coming out of the main hairpin. Will he be able to recover this lap, or will it end up putting him at the back of the timetable? As of right now, he's currently sitting in 11th. He wants to beat the prospective time of Chazzy, who is coming around the lap right now. He's coming around the very back bit. Will he be able to do anything better than that? Oh, it's going to be good. It's a 13.6. That's third. Giants fan has a lot of work to do. He's got to at least get a 14.9 to just not be last of those who qualified. That's what he's looking for. Can he get this done? Pete, actually, some teams have that, but it's up to a team to decide if they want to do it or not. Giants fan, will he have a good lap time right here? Will he be able to get at least something out of this thing? I don't know if it's going to be good enough to beat that 14.9. He's going to try. 14.8. He beats Badunk. He's not last. He forces Badunk to the bottom of the timetable, and unfortunately, Badunk is down to that 12th spot. But MV1 wants to go even faster. Currently, he's exactly dead even with his time at 0.001 seconds slower than his first lap going through Sector 1. Chazzy, of course, will be done and dusted for the rest of his qualifying session. Cookie is invalid, so he's done. Cloud is up 3 whole tenths going into the final sector. How will he handle these last couple corners? It looks good. Is it going to be good enough for professional? No, it's not. At 13.587, right next to his teammate at 13.653, though. Great lap from himself. God has a lot to be proud of. What about Mateo? Is he anywhere near? No, not quite, unfortunately. Lyric, though, also not going to be besting his time as of right now unless he has the most blistering final sector. And it does look good for these couple corners. It looks really good, but he validates the final corner. And Lyric is done. What would it have been? What could have been with a 13.410 could have been faster. Unfortunately, does not get done. Giants fan not going to improve. Mateo will improve, potentially at a 14.1. Mateo, will he get it done? He does not. He invalidated. 14.509. Unfortunate, and that is our qualifying session done and dusted. MV1 in the lead. The Raptor in second, Cloud in third, Chazzy in fourth, Cookie in fifth, ADF in sixth, Henry in seventh, Andy in eighth, Mateo in ninth, and Yellow Snowman rounds out our top 10 with Giants fan, Badunk, and then our quality band drivers rounding out our back 5. Yep, they found themselves quality bands, absolutely. They messed around and found out, you know what I mean? But that's a good qualifying right there. That's pretty good results of people. 13.4 is a fast freaking lap. And what's amazing is obviously, you know, a few of these people that did get qualifying bans all three of them are some of our fastest tier 1 drivers. So they're going to have a really good hard charging race tonight to be able to get any sort of good points out of this thing. And of course, somebody who really needs those is Esteban and Eruption. As look at them, they're all at the top of the standings. Esteban more than anybody currently holding the championship lead and wants to hold that if he can. Let's see what he's got. Yeah, they found themselves a way to get those. Is the person recognized by the team too? Oh yeah, absolutely, Pete. Yeah, 100%. Yep. Usually it's just that team principal just like sends a notification like, hey, I'm gonna be a little bit busy this weekend. This person's gonna take over. Cool. Use that. All right, Jack. It's gonna be spicy for sure. These qualifying bans is gonna make. Hopefully, it's gonna make the drivers make better decisions and be a lot more calculated about how they get themselves through the field. Do I actually see that happening? No, unfortunately. Do I want that to happen? Yes, of course. But I am nothing if not realistic, and I don't expect the impossible out of people. I know they will just give it everything they've got. Let's see if that will be enough. We're about to find out. Oof. Interesting. Got it. Okay. I know. Yeah, he really is carrying the Williams team big time. Yeah, it usually is a week by week thing. But it's usually somebody who's nominated for the full season, and then they just like the team principal has to let the administration know like, hey, this person's probably gonna be jumping in a little bit, and it's like, okay, cool. Just give us a heads up. Pretty simple. All right, guys. Hey, let's get ready to go racing here. I'm gonna warn you, at this current rate, there is a very real chance that in the middle of the stream, it just randomly stops. I'm having some massive CPU overload, so you might just see it end. If it does, I'm very sorry. I'm hoping it does. But in the meantime, let's go talk about this race. We got 5 lights are on. And are they ever going to go off soon? There they are. They are off. And it is race time here with MV1 starting on pole and Supplier picking a good launch. Of course, they're on the curve. But Cloud gets going as well. Chad's got a pretty decent ADF, though. Just Cookie coming off the line. And ADF is all the way up to the 5th. We got Mateo making a move. And there goes Cookie down the inside of ADF. He's going to try to hold it. And he does hold it. Mateo's going to back out of that one. And it's going to be Yellowstone and loses the positions. Andy Estenbaugh. Look at Estenbaugh already up to 9th. Holy smokes. He's going to try to take the outside of the Haas. Ill advised. Yep. Going to have to stay behind. Just decides to wait. That's definitely smart. The good thing that he waited for that one, because otherwise that could have ended in disaster. But obviously, looking at the bottom 7, tons of movement. The top 7 can't be bothered to move at all. Of course, 2 moves up for Eruption to be serving their quality bands. 4 moves up for Esteban, and then a move down from Yellowstone and 2 down for Andy. Mateo with a good launch as well. Up off spot. Giants fan, of course, unfortunately, drops himself down to the very back of the grid, doing the best he can, but unfortunately, it's not quite enough. There goes Yellowstone and Eruption, having a little bit of a swappers. Oh, there goes Yellowstone really wide, actually. They end up leaving room for Chuby. There goes Chuby from down the inside. He blasted. And he gets through. No problem. It's so weird. Of course, it's still MV1 leading the race. Mateo and Esteban, though, nowhere near away from that DRS. In fact, Mateo looked like he's going to try to make a move on the outside of Henry. Going into turn 1. Oh, this is a brave spot. Who's going to be brave into brakes? Because the Haas is going to have the non-ideal line. The V-Car will defend, and defends well. He does. V-Car stays ahead of Henry. Good job right there. But Esteban now going to see Mateo looking rather dicey. Of course, look at Mateo down to no ERS. And oh, bit of a mistake right there. Oh, Henry. Huge save from Henry. But it opened the door for Esteban to make a move up on Mateo. And Esteban's gotten through. Look at that. Getting absolutely advantageous the moment that he needs it. And Esteban's now up into 7th, but he's way behind the field, 1.7 seconds away. He needs to have the most insane Sector 3. He needs these leaders to have a bit of a rough time here for him to get back up into the DRS zone. Otherwise, it is done and dusted for himself and for this race. He needs to fly for these next few corners. He needs to go as fast as he humanly can. He's probably even taking a corner cut if he has to at this current moment just to get back on DRS. And there it is. DRS is back. He's got it within it, and it's a full grid DRS train once again. Esteban putting on a slick charge in Sector 3 just to desperately claw himself back into this thing. And he's got a shot. So again, I'm so sorry to everybody for the stream quality. It probably looks god awful. It is running very, very bad. I really do not know why. So apologies if you're seeing some big stutters. Ooh, stutters actually. That's Lyric having a bit of a stutter, moving himself down from first and third. A little bit unfortunate. Cloud, of course, sitting in second, and Supply Actor up in first. Now they're the only 3 drivers to have made any movement in the top 7. Esteban Eruption all the way up 6th. Eruption, of course, also serving a time or quality ban, is having a good job right now at and chopping the field. Sitting with Chubi up 5. Mateo down back to where he started, and he's sitting in 9th with a time penalty. He's at 3 seconds. In fact, he almost got himself another one right there. Big snapper, but he did catch it. Gonna lose the DRS, potentially is Eruption. He needs to get a hustle on, make sure he doesn't lose this. Otherwise, you guys know how it works. Once it's gone, it's gone. Luckily enough, obviously, it's just one DRS zone here at Imola, so a little bit easier to stay within it. You just have to have at least a relatively equal cornering ability with your Patriots to be able to stay locked into this thing. Your top speed doesn't really make nearly as much of a difference, but I think Eruption is going to be more than safe now. Mateo, though, can't say the same about him. I do not know if I'm going to see that rear wing flap open up. The flap stays closed. Here comes Jimmy. Going to make a charge. Now Mateo, nothing he can do right there. He just puts ahead. And basically lets it happen. Pretty much what you got to do. Charge up some battery a little bit. Let him go. Get the race going. And hopefully maybe he can help tow you a little bit closer to the front. Lyric still down 2 positions. Cloud now up 2 as he just made a pass on Supplier after going through the DRS straight. So now he's up into the lead. Cloud looking like he wants to get his 5th win of the season. Take a look at these stats. It's absolutely insane. Look at his win rate. Cloud has done his 4th win of the season. He's won 3 of his 5 races so far. His worst finish is 4th. Yet to get a 3rd place finish. But you know what? I don't think he'd be too mad with 3rd place finish at this point. Right now he's going for that win. I don't think he's got anything in his way except for himself. And maybe a little bit of challenge from this guy right here, Supply Raptor in the Williams. He is the team backpack, as Pete had already let us know. Big carry for sure. Everyone gonna be sizing this thing up. Okay, 7 tenths back. Got a little bit of movement behind it. That's Esteban, ADF. Esteban, he's going to be taking the right side. Again, non-ideal going into turn 1, but will he be able to stick around the outside? He goes late on the brakes. Does get it. That was crazy and massively brave as he had a Red Bull right in front of him with Cookie that he could not late brake into the rear of and cause a big collision. So he found a way to just toe the line right in braking too late and hitting the back of Cookie, but also not braking too late enough and not being able to make the overtake on ADF. Just spreads the needle exactly perfectly. Great job from Esteban to move himself up into 6th. Now he's up 7 positions. Eruption's up 6. Wants to get ADF. Go as soon as he can. He's got a lot of work to do. That was incredible. Just move. Absolutely gorgeous. And Eruption still holding down the fort. Still looking like he's going to be making a move any minute now. He sits in a Supply Raptor and Cloud have swapped positions. Now Supply Raptor is well ahead of Cloud. I actually missed this. Oh my gosh. I wonder how he got that position, but he's well in the lead. He's back up into 1st. Lyric, of course, sits down in 3rd. A lot of movement in 1st or 3rd. Chazibot and Cookie Stains put Eruption ADF making a swap. As Eruption just blitzed by. And Chubi and Mateo will also make this with Andy. Not going to be quick enough to get back up in there and try to fight that fight. Just has to stay behind for a little bit longer. 2 trains now. We have 9th and back, 1st through 8th. Interesting line there from Eruption. He wants to be very cautious, I can tell, and maybe potentially even save a little bit of fuel. Just buckle in for the rest of this race. He's got plenty of laps to go. 26 laps to go, give or take. That's fine for anything to happen. You never know what you're going to see here in Moose Racing. That much I do know. It is always unpredictable, and that's what we love here. Going down into Dasani corner. Cookie, Eruption, and Esteban are all so close with each other. The amount of faith that it requires to drive this close with your compatriots across Wi-Fi is incredible. Honestly, so impressive that these guys stay so close and not have happen. But of course, it's not to say incidents don't happen. They definitely do. I feel like we're just boiling up for one. But what it's going to be is yet to be determined. 3-second penalty for Punjew. He is pushing very hard. He does get himself the first 3 seconds. I'm not surprised. I knew it was bound to happen at some point. It was a question of when was going to happen. At least for more people, too. We'll see more time for sure. Punjew, Mateo, swapping it out. There he goes. Mateo's still holding down that 9th position now. Again, remember that 9th penalty, so of course he's going to lose it all down to, I think, last place. They're all within 3 seconds of both of them, so neither of them are even anywhere near their positions. They're actually in second to last and last place. That's crazy. Front, take a look at the Fly Raptor. He's just 1.8 tenths away from the back of that V-Carbon Lyric. Does not want to see MV1 get away, and MV1 does not want to see Cloud run away with this thing either. He wants to stay on the back of both of these guys as much as he possibly can so we can capitalize when they do potentially make some mistakes, or at least he had some better runs. It's either or, you know? Do you rely on your competitors to make mistakes, or you go and force them out? No, Snowman kicks 3-second time penalty. That's 3 drivers with 3-second time penalty. Yellow, of course, known for being one of the least penalized drivers in Moose Racing history. Not only, you know, obviously by the stewards, but also even by the game. He just never gets himself penalties very often. So, of course, today, a bit of a rarity right there. There goes an outside move from Cloud into Fly Raptor. Fly Raptor, of course, being the one making the move. Cloud being the recipient. And Cloud has to back off and let it go. And now we're back to all she wrote with the top 4 from V-Car, Anna Williams, and then 2 Aston Martins, Eruption, and Cookie swapping it out right there as well. And Cookie definitely going to get left behind from Eruption. Blistering move. Gets himself into 6th. Cookie now down to 7th. Bunch of movement, all sub underneath 4th. And there goes some wide moves right there from Esteban. Looks like he had a really bad exit. Esteban's now down to 7th. Oh, an Eruption is already up 10 positions. Incredible. What a move from that guy. Eruption has just been blitzing field right now. Let's take a look at his tires. Obviously, that's going to be, I think, pretty important. Look, he's on the mediums. Only 3 drivers on the hards. Everybody else is also on the mediums. So, not a massive tire advantage for Eruption. He's just making the most out of his pace right now. It looks like, and, you know, able to move up a lot. Jazzy-Bot, I think, is probably one of the guys who got involved in that little bit of kerfuffle that also involved Esteban, I guess. Oh, we got a yellow flag in the back. Esteban. Oh no, Esteban's had a bit of a problem right there. Gotta catch back up. Now he's pushing hard. Remember, he's holding the championship lead right now, so he's got it all to play for. No pressure whatsoever, Esteban, but all the pressure's on your back, you know? Let's see how he keeps handling this right here. He's giving everything he's got. Eruption sitting in 4th. Will he be able to make a move anytime soon on MV1, Cloud, or Supply after he wants to get it done and dusted sooner than later? He wants to get that lead, and then he wants to just sit there and run away with it. And I do not think any of these drivers are going to make him or make his life easy to be able to achieve that goal. He's going to have to work for it. That's for sure. Oh, oversteer there for Eruption. He's going to go to the pits early, take the undercut. Oh my gosh. Now, will this undercut be worth it? They get a big pit stop. It's the only one to go into the pits right now. That's a very brave undercut, being the only one. And now it's a question of, are we going to see Cloud, the Supply Raptor, and MV1 respond? That's what I'm wondering right here, because I feel like they probably need to sooner than later. They can't let it go 2-3 more laps unless they're really trying to bank on that safety car. But as of right now, every single driver looks like they're driving pretty calm and relaxed, and not like there's going to be a safety car. Now, I could be jinxing everything, obviously, right? But as of right now, it feels pretty chill. Pretty decent. Well, right here, we are on lap 10 of 32, about a third of the way through. The Punjew chasing down Esteban, almost within the DRS range. Remember, Esteban does not have DRS of those drivers in front of him. He is long, long away from them. So he's got to really go and pressure the crap out of himself to catch up that gap he has towards ADF, who is still also outside of DRS zone, 1.6 seconds ahead. In fact, once he gets him, he needs to use him as a slingshot to get him back up into that little fight with Chazzy-Bot and up. Otherwise, it's going to be very hard to get himself back into this thing. I'm curious if he's going to be able to find a way. And right now, I think